Oh, no.
All right.
That's the one right there.
Yeah, man, what's going on? What's happening?
What's up?
So, man, we're back. This is the finale for the Inside the Mind of Coffin Joe box set.
Yeah.
So, what do you think, man? Like, there's 11, or there's 10 features, and then there's a documentary of Jose Mojica Marins.
Yeah.
For the most part, what you think?
I think it's totally worth it. It's not for everybody, for sure.
No,
I think it's
definitely not.
one of the better Arrow sets as of the last couple of years, really. My opinion.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Yep.
So the last 2 or 3, I guess you would say, technically, like the documentary, I guess we won't go too crazy. Really, we're not going to go too crazy because there's not a whole lot of. With these films, it's different, man. It's so unique because, like, the thing about Coffin Joe is he's a protagonist and the antagonist at the same fucking time. You know, it's pretty crazy.
It kind of owns the whole shit.
Right. So we'll be covering Hellish Flesh, which I don't have my reverse art on that one, but you got it. You got the Hellish Flesh.
I'll just take it out and show
But
it.
I can show the. Okay, yeah, there you go.
There you go.
We're covering Hellish Flesh from 1977, and Hallucinations in a Deranged Mind. So,
I like the artwork for Hellish Flesh more, actually.
oh, you like that one better? I like this one better.
You do?
Yeah, I dig that shit. I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Maybe the blue.
I like all the artwork. It's really killer. But then we're gonna briefly talk about this documentary right here, The Strange World of Jose Mojica Marins.
Mm-hmm.
Got some people in the chat already. I'm gonna catch the chat right quick. Got Chris C, the Slasher Dude. Hey, evening everybody. What's going on, man?
What's up, Chris?
And we got Blissful in here.
Blissful?
Hey now. Blissful says that reminded me to hit the like. Yeah.
That's what we're here for. Slap that like.
Right. Let's see. That was a nice looking set. Arrow has not disappointed. Right. Yeah, man. I know a lot of people are complaining about Arrow lately, but
I think Chris C might like this set.
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd dig it. We got Sydney Eubanks in here. What's up, guys? What's happening, man?
What's up?
Got Coco in here. Hey, now.
Hey.
Let's see. Coco says, "OMG, Brian, the picture looks so much better." Yeah, it does.
Good.
Yeah, he's hardwired in, man. So
yeah,
solid. Good shit. Let's see. And Sydney is asking, have you all seen Violent Nature?
We may or may not have seen that.
Oh, In a Violent Nature.
Yeah, In a Violent Nature. Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've been hearing a lot about it. It's like third person, but you're following the killer.
Yeah, kind of hearing killer's POV.
Yeah. But yeah. So man, if y'all just don't forget to, shit.
That's almost,
I don't know, man. That teleport slap's like off the chain. But
it's almost some Three Stooges type shit.
But so I guess we'll get started, man. Anything you want to mention about, like, what's the highlights? I'll say before we get started on Hellish Flesh.
The highlights of Hellish Flesh?
Oh no, the whole set.
Of the whole set.
Yeah, like which films would you say? I guess if we had to narrow it down to like 3,
I'd say Midnight Took Your Soul, Night Will Possess Your Corpse, and honestly, probably End of Man.
Okay.
For me, though. But
yeah.
There's
do what?
A number 4 would probably be Hellish Flesh, honestly.
Okay. Yeah, Hellish Flesh. I like both of these actually. Yeah. So for me, it's in this order. This night, I'll possess your corpse. At midnight, I'll take your soul, and then probably, I don't know, man. I'm kind of twisted. It might be Embodiment of Evil.
Yeah,
shit was pretty out there.
Yeah.
But I do like I do like this one, Hallucinations in a Deranged Mind. Yeah. But it's kind of like a bunch of, like, we'll get into that, I guess.
Yeah, we'll get into
it. So Hellish Flesh, 1977, aka Inferno Carnal, directed by Jose Mujica Marins, of course. Joe of the Coffin, Zaidu Kaijon. So this film is about this guy George Medeiros, and he's like a very wealthy scientist.
Yeah,
and it's probably because he's highly intelligent, I would assume. Like, his wife's so damn wealthy, and but he loves his wife, right? And but she's like this bitch, man. Like,
yeah,
she's basically like just horn around with his best friend. And
yeah, I think it's a lot because he kind of obsesses over his job too much.
Yeah.
So he's neglecting her, so she cheats on him and stuff. So
with his best friend.
Yeah, with his best friend.
Yeah, and then they kind of plot to kill him so he can get all his money. And then his best friend, by the way, is like this loser dude. Like, I don't guess he works or anything. He just kind of like mooching off of her, really.
He ain't got no money. He was mooching off of her. Now he's wanting to mooch off of
he's getting like all these different women with the money.
Mm-hmm.
Did I cut out for a second?
You're back. You're good.
Okay. But yeah, man, it's I guess we'll kind of set it up a little bit. So he's working on this acid kind of stuff, and that's what she's gonna kill him with, and just kind of playing like it was an experiment went wrong. And So she dumps the acid on his face, is burning him and shit, and then his little buddy Oliver comes in there and sets a fire and
tries to burn him alive, basically.
Yeah, but he survives.
Yeah.
Right. And you want to mention the eye surgery scene? Like that shit.
Well, he's apparently in the hospital for 8 months doing all sorts of surgery to get back to normal.
Yeah.
And obviously, but he was really severely burned with the acid, so it was like the scenes with the acid burn was looking pretty cool. It kind of reminded me of like Prince of Darkness a little bit with that girl, like the way that her face looked.
Oh yeah.
How it kind of looks like spaghetti sauce in her face a little bit. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how to describe it.
You can tell that he's working on a micro budget.
Yeah.
Know?
But I still thought the effects looked cool there. And then whenever you go to in the hospital and stuff, whenever he's getting surgery done, it focuses in on this eye surgery, and it's like it's got to be a real eye or something. I don't know how they did this shit. It's crazy.
It's a real eye surgery.
But
I did see on one of the special features that he had that filmed. He was having eye surgery done on him, and he made him film it, and he was directing while they were filming the eye surgery.
Jesus.
He was like, "Okay, close up on the eye now." Like, what?
It was like severely like close up, cutting inside the eyeball. It was fuck, man. I was squirming.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
Very real. Yeah, very very real.
That type of shit gets to me a little bit.
Right. But so I guess this film right here was like his attempt at like making a non-supernatural horror film, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What I like how everything goes. I'm not gonna spoil it for anybody because I do recommend people to watch this one. Check this one out. But I will say though there's some sex scenes and it's like getting more sexual. I guess the more we're getting into the 70s and shit, like deeper into the 70s. It's I don't know, very odd though. Like you can tell like the sex scenes are pretty dated, I would say. You know? Yeah. But yeah. The way it ends, man, is perfect. It's just it's great how it ends.
How many times does he shout out Raquel, whatever her name is?
Yeah, Raquel. Like, ah! Like through the whole damn movie
100 times.
But you're hearing it like he's got this mask on and shit, so you're like hearing it. I guess it's in his mind or whatever.
Yeah.
But let me catch the chat right quick. I see. Let's see. Chris says narcissistically slapped that like, yeah. Sydney says, what is the rarest horror movie that you have in your movie collection?
I don't know.
The rarest?
Sometimes I have shit that goes out of print and gets rare and I don't even realize it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Couldn't tell you with all the stuff we own, I don't really know.
Yeah. Sorry. I can't. I'm blanking right now. Chris says, only one I could think of now, Sydney, is my Criterion of Rosemary's Baby. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, because I don't have that one. I was like wondering about those extras on that one. But man, like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to spoil the film all the way. That's pretty much the setup for the film. And anything you want to add to it?
82 minutes, I think, is what the length is of this one.
Yeah. Both of these are short films. Yeah.
Yeah, and even after he's like severely burned and stuff like that, they'll shoot scenes of like him of just his like his eye and you know, but he's that's like, you know, no disfigurement whatsoever. It's just kind of like through the eyes of Coffin Joe kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how to. You know, he does it in like all his movies where he just kind of focuses in on himself a little bit here and there.
Oh yeah, definitely does. I do got some, like, after we get through talking about the films, I do have a little more. Did you get a chance to check out any of the features or anything?
A little bit, not
Okay.
too much, but not all of them, but some of them.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, that's Hellish Flesh, y'all. I mean, if I go any further, I'm just gonna spoil the damn movie, and I do recommend it. So check it out. Here's the original art for it, which is pretty killer.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I guess we'll get into hallucinations of a deranged mind. Now, I had more fun with this one, man, to be honest. It's so weird. It's so bizarre. It's like, I know it's taking clips from other films and shit, but I'll kind of just do a rundown on it. 1978, Hallucinations of a Deranged Mind. So a psychiatrist, Dr. Hamilton, is having reoccurring nightmares that Coffin Joe is taking his wife and laying claim that she is the perfect woman to bear his perfect seed. Right.
Of course.
And hallucinations aplenty in this acid trip of the bizarre. So, well, like I touched on it kind of a little bit. There's scenes from other films. I think it's
that's like most of the movie, really.
Yeah, flash cuts. I mean, it's just like, it's something you could put on if you had like some kind of crazy Halloween party going or something. Like,
they might walk out.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's really not a lot of story to follow. It's just basically this one guy. He's in like in this dark ass room, and he's just like looking all awkward and shit. And he's seeing what we've already seen from other films, which the other films are Awakening of the Beast, This Night I'll Possess Your Corpse, which I haven't seen this one, The Bloody Exorcism of Coffin Joe. That's not in this set, and that is one that I do want to check out. So what I understand about that film is it's kind of like Wes Craven's New Nightmare, but this is in 78, you know?
Yeah.
So Mojica's got to face Coffin Joe, kind of like that whole setup. New Nightmare. What else would be like similar to that? Trying to think. I'm blanking right now.
Yeah, it's a little meta.
Yeah. And then and also The Strange World of Coffin Joe. So it's like a bunch of cuts from different films. And yeah, it's very trippy. There's 35 minutes of new footage added for the 82-minute runtime. So you see like some bizarre, weird, like he's sitting on his throne kind of deal, and he's got like all these naked women behind him, and then he's got other women like dancing around, and people are screaming. So it looks like he's in hell.
People are just whipping other people. He's just watching them.
Yeah, people are getting whipped. People are getting their hands cut off and being tortured, and they're wrapped in chains and fucking like, it's very bizarre to the max. But
so funny thing, Coco's dad was over when he watched it. He watches with me.
Oh hell yeah!
He watches with me. He was like, "What the fuck are we watching?" I was like, "I gotta watch this for the stream tonight."
Yeah, that's great, man.
That was good.
Holy shit! I couldn't imagine watching this like with my mom or something. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be the shit. She'd be like, "Dirk, Jason." Oh man, let me catch the chat right quick. Let's see, we got Fat Pig the Conqueror in here. What's up, dudes? Hope I didn't miss much. We just kind of ran through like our favorites of the set, and Hellish Flesh. We did talk about it already.
Yeah.
I mean, these films are like, there's not a lot of meat on the bone. I think I got more to say about Jose Mojica.
Yeah.
After we get through talking about the films a little bit, but yeah, let's see. Again, like there's much more sexual imagery.
There's a lot, yeah.
But it's like art house style, right? This one is.
Mm-hmm.
It's like art house style mixed with a lot more gore.
Yeah.
And
gore and mutilations and all sorts of weird stuff, like the heads in the sand, the body parts sticking out of the sand.
Yeah, you got tits hanging out of the it looks like a black wall or something.
Yeah.
Like there's tits hanging out and then there's
a butt,
asses hanging out and shit. I was just like, what the shit is this shit? But yeah, that's what I mean. It's like I said, it's not for everybody. Definitely not. How did Coco's dad like it?
Thought it was tripped out, man. He was I don't know, he was loving the nudity, of course, but overall, I think he knew the blood, everything was like fake, so he was cool. He was cool with it. He just thought it was really fucking wild movie.
Yeah, and all the moaning, you hear moaning and shit going on, constant, just like in the other films, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I said, this I'm gonna show the brief clip, but so if y'all haven't already, consider doing this. Teleport slaps, man. I don't know. It's just maybe I'm not gonna overdo it, y'all. I promise. Let's see. Sydney Eubank says, name some movies that you hate in your collection, but had to keep it because of the artwork, packaging, or slipcovers. Oh, well, for me, it wouldn't be that. It would be because it's a certain director. It'd be, it'd be like Dario Argento's Phantom of the Opera or The Card Player. I can't stand either one of them, but they're going to stay in my collection because of the director. I have, that's two that off the top of the head that I can think of.
Yeah, there's ones like Midnight for me, like with the effects done by Tom Savini, that I'm going to keep it in the collection because it's Tom Savini.
Right.
The movie wasn't that great.
But as far as like keeping a film for artwork or packaging, like if I don't like the movie, I'll sell it. I straight up will. Yeah. Yep. It's not staying. I don't care how good that artwork looks. If the movie sucks, then no, I don't. If I think the movie sucks, then somebody else, I'm sure somebody else will love it.
The only time I'll keep something, I don't know. I got all those MVD rewinds, and I haven't really found one that I didn't like enough to get rid of,
Yeah.
But I don't know. When I got like a numbered set like that, if you got like 50 of them and you got one that's a dud, it's kind of hard to get rid of that way.
Yeah. Yeah. I never got into that game. The numbered spines and all that.
Me neither too much. Just
right.
The rewind ones I did and the Vestron ones, but I like pretty much all those movies too.
Right. Yeah. Let's see. Fat Pig the Conqueror says nice. Yeah, I love that name, man. Fat Pig the Conqueror.
Fat Pig the Conqueror.
But on this one, man, it's just really just out there imagery, toads, snakes, fucking caterpillars and shit.
Yeah.
Like all kind of weird shit. But like I said, this one right here is turn your brain off. Like you don't have to. There's no plot, barely any plot.
Just Coffin. This guy dreaming about Coffin Joe taking his wife, basically.
Yeah, he's just in fear that Coffin Joe is gonna snatch his old lady up and have have the perfect seed or whatever with her.
The whole set can be summed up with him wanting to have the perfect son.
Yeah.
Like that's
Basically.
like one of the main motives of Coffin Joe throughout all the movies.
Every time you see Coffin Joe, that's all he's trying to do.
Yep.
He thinks he's the superior one, you know. So, oh man. But yeah, so you know, I mean, special features on this is good though. It's got audio commentaries for both films, and there's a special feature called "Aesthetics of Garbage." Jose Mojica Marin's A Complicated Icon. Filmmaker Andrew Leovold. And then it's got another feature on here, Beyond Good and Evil with Kat Ellinger. That's a great essay too. She does a really good job.
Yeah.
But I kind of go through a little bit of what the guy's talking about in the special feature. He's saying that he had more than 30 features. I didn't even know that. Like, he
really could make more sets than this.
Yeah, but like, I think so. The guy was going through it. He was saying that Jess Franco and Coffin Joe are a lot alike in a lot of ways. Like, they both did like sex comedy films. They did comedy films. They did musicals, and then when they did a horror film, their path changed. They went on a whole different route then. Because Jess Franco's first horror film was The Awful Dr. Orloff. And then, of course, Mojica's was At Midnight, I'll Take Your Soul.
Yeah.
So, and they both did porn. So, like, whatever, Like, I think he did porn later, though, Jose.
Jesus, I don't want to see any of that.
Yeah, I don't either, but, like, yeah, I won't even go into that if you don't want to. Like,
whenever he's got those nails going on.
Yeah. No, I mean, he directed.
Oh, he directed.
I don't think he.
That doesn't mean he doesn't star in them too.
Yeah, you never know. He likes to be on the camera.
He's a little full of himself.
Yeah, Franco did too. So, there's this place in Brazil called Boca del Lacio. Hopefully I didn't butcher that. And it's basically like the red light district, like 42nd Street in Manhattan. I guess it'd be like Soho in London. But it basically had all these different types of there was an art movement going on, but it had like, all these different kind of artistic type of filmmakers and like hippies, and there was junkies, and like it was just a mixture of crazy shit. But he never really considered himself like to be like them, into the art shit. He considered his shit to be more primitive. He didn't consider himself an auteur or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, with the pinky out and shit, sipping wine, he wasn't doing none of that shit. But yeah. But I mean, he really accomplished a lot, man. He could have been a millionaire if he would have took advice from people around him. But he even admitted on this documentary that people advise me all the time with my money, but I just he said I was never sober. So like he just screwed his money off and shit, man. But there was comic books made after him. Then he had a trilogy of terror, like 2 TV shows where he was a horror host.
Yeah.
In Brazil, they loved him in Spain. Like in Spain, man, they loved him to death. He went to Spain. and he had his bodyguard with him. His bodyguard, by the way, was Satan. That was his name. Did you see that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been in some of his films too. But yeah, so I guess 1967, he was at his peak, man. And with all that shit going on with the comic books, the TV shows, the films.
You should have had some action figures too.
Yeah. No shit, man.
As well.
So I think I talked about this, I think in the first episode or whatever that we did, part one of this. But there was a military dictatorship, and then they aligned, this military dictatorship aligned with the Catholic Church. And then there was this film agency, censorship, called Imbra Film. So they really just they would cut the shit up. Anything people made, like, had to get approved by them. He was completely the counter to that. So he was constantly making shit to piss them off, to push, to go over the line, to push the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he had that Nietzsche mindset, even though he claims he never read anything from Nietzsche, the atheist guy.
Yeah.
That believed in like the universe type shit. You know?
I think his name's Frederick Nietzsche.
Yeah. But yeah, it's but yeah, so this red light district kind of place in Brazil called Boca de Lacio means remember I brought this up before, but I didn't know until now. It means the mouth of garbage. That was what it's called, like the mouth of garbage. It was like a big movement going on. Marginal art movement is what it was called. And Mojica said that art films are too individualistic. He made films for the poor. So take that for what you will. So,
he's got a lot of like homely looking people in some of his movies. So,
but his most controversial by far film is Awakening of the Beast, and I think he was really speaking on the drug, what was going on in Brazil, all the drugs and shit. And if you really like look at the movie, like I've only seen it one time, but I think looking back at it, I can see the government wanted to hide the drug problem that was going on in Brazil. So they cut the film up and it was like, well, actually they banned it for 20 years. Awakening of the Beast. And of all films that it screwed up with Arrow, that was the one, right? We didn't have subtitles and shit. So
after 30 minutes, no subs.
It's kind of odd, but it basically everything in Awakening of the Beast was cut. The only thing that would have been left was the opening credits. That's it. They completely cut the film to pieces, and but that's the type of shit he had to deal with, and I do admire that like somebody just never gave up on what they wanted to do,
just pushing it,
right, and didn't bow down and shit like that. So, I'm glad we got the set, man. I'm glad we covered it. It's a hell of a set. And I will go back to these, especially At Midnight I Take Your Soul, This Night I Possess Your Corpse. Embodiment of Evil, man, is pretty hard to. Yeah, that's a pretty rough one, isn't it? It's pretty way more gory as shit.
Way more gory and shit, and it's got a lot of like bondage type. I don't know, like piercing mutilation type stuff.
Yeah, it's
like,
all real. All
this real
suspension.
The suspension stuff, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, a lot of circus type people and shit.
Oddity type shit.
Right. Oh, but yeah. So I didn't even mention this though. He also said that Finis hominis, which is an end of man, that he said he was closest to him. Like as far as out of Coffin Joe and Finis hominis, like he would have been like the way he is or whatever. Like he felt like he was closer to that kind of guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's definitely exploitation, man. I still need to see Bloody Exorcism of Coffin Joe. I want to check that one out.
Yeah.
There's a movie. There's another one though that's on YouTube, and I think the Bloody Exorcism of Coffin Joe's on YouTube as well. But there's one that tripped me out. That's so that's what I was thinking of. Fulci's Cat in the Brain and New Nightmare would be like would be like Bloody Exorcism of Coffin Joe. But what tripped me out is this one, Extraterrestrial Puss in Boots in 1990 on YouTube, and it's like a kids movie.
By Coffin Joe?
Now Coffin Joe's in it.
What the fuck?
So, Extraterrestrial Puss in Boots. I was like, what the shit is that? But yeah, I already mentioned, man, like he's very unique. He even brought the Brazilian voodoo to his films as well. So that kind of what the hell is that called? I got it. But yeah, I can't think of what that's called. But yeah, complete rebel. Refused to answer what his films were about, like he said, the bourgeois auteurs. Like he didn't want to do that type of shit. He was going to do what he wanted. Very anti-establishment. He's very much in the same vein as H.G. Lewis, Herschel Gordon Lewis, Andy Milligan. But I'd say he's Euro-Gothic as well. What would you consider his style? I feel like it's its own. Like I can't really compare him to too many people.
Yeah, I don't know. Brazilian exploitation. I don't know.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty out there, man. But like I said, I mean, that's pretty much all I got on it, man. Glad we got the set. Glad to have the films. I need to see some more of his shit. I know he's done other things besides just like horror and exploitation.
We gotta watch that Puss in Boots.
Yeah, Extraterrestrial Puss in Boots, man. So, that's got to be some wild shit. Let's see. I got some comments here. We got
talking to the camera to the kids. No.
Yeah. Well, Coffin Joe loved the kids.
Yeah, he did.
That's something else that's unique about that character. But so Fat Pig the Conqueror says, speaking of porn, I just got the Joe D'Amato doc from Severin. I recommend it. Okay. Pretty explicit though. Gotcha.
What was that one called? Is there a name for the documentary?
Chris says, is that the torture one, Fat Pig? Chris says it's called Inferno Rosso.
Okay.
Inferno Rosso. Joe D'Amato on the Road of Excess. Got it for $20 on deep discount. Also has an Emmanuel movie on it as a bonus.
Of course.
Nice.
Probably the one he directed.
Okay. Chris says, I really like Cat in the Brain. I'm weird like that.
I haven't seen Cat in the Brain
I
yet.
still haven't seen Cat in the Brain. That's one Fulci you haven't seen.
Did you pick up that set, the Grindhouse releasing one? I don't have it yet.
No, I still haven't got it.
When they have a sale, I'll grab that.
Let's see. Cat in the Brain is great. Only have that on DVD. Okay. I have the Grindhouse version of Cat in the Brain.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, man. What else do you want to mention on Zaidu Kaijon, or I should say Jose Mojica Marins.
Fuck. I don't know what else to talk about with those two movies, you know.
You really can't.
You really
Hallucinations in a Deranged Mind with this one, I mean, it's completely visual. It's completely weird, bizarre.
It's almost like the greatest hits of Coffin Joe, I guess. The clip show, you know, it's like,
yep, it really is. It is. The other one is more. It's a film. I mean, they're both films, but I mean, it's more of a. There's a story.
It kind of makes me think of like some of those like shark movies that have like, footage from other movies in it. You know, like that's what it kind of reminds me of. Like,
yeah,
footage of his older movies inside there. But he intertwines it to where he kind of makes his own story with this one. But
yeah,
but it's kind of all over the place too.
I mean, there is a story, but it's like you said, it's just completely.
If you put it on a loop at a party or something, it would it could be on the background.
It would catch some eyes for sure.
Yeah,
people would just be like, "What the shit is that? What's going on? What the?" It's like a what the fuck the whole time.
You go to one of those gothic nightclubs and they're just playing Coffin Joe in the background, like
like right, yeah, that'd be one to play, really, for real. But yeah, man. Let's see. We got. I guess we'll get out of here, man. I don't really know what else to say, but I'm glad we covered the set.
Hell yeah!
Like I don't.
Me too.
I mean, I think other people have covered the set, but I'm not sure. Not too many, though, right?
Not film by film like this, I don't think. Not that I've seen.
Going through every one of them, but I recommend it to the weird, and you know who you are out there.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I guess we'll get out of here, man.
All right.
I appreciate everybody in the chat.
Yep. Thank you.
Don't forget to. And we're gonna go, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right.
Wait. Before we get out of here, you got anything coming up, Brian?
There's we got fucking I don't know. A convention video coming out in a day or two. Finally edited that one up. We went and saw a movie tonight. We posted about that. We saw Furiosa too, so that one's gonna be posted up.
Okay.
And then we got a room video of a big Blu-ray update. It's about 50 minutes long, so get your popcorn ready for that. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just shit like that.
Yeah, y'all check that out. Go to Brian Goes Blue and sub up.
Yeah.
Check out. They got a lot of content, man. He's been on the tubes for a while.
Yep. We just hit 1K, so.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
And Sunday we were gonna do it Saturday, but Sunday we're gonna cover some Lucio Fulci, Poet of the Macabre is what I'm calling the stream, and it's we're covering Beatrice Cinci, A Lizard in a Woman's Skin, and Don't Torture a Duckling. And that'll be Sunday. And also Sunday morning, we got the Eurocult on Dead Pit. We'll be covering Nightmares in a Damaged Brain on the Eurocult. So check that out if you're up at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the morning. But yeah, check that out. We got other things coming up too. I got to make a video because Celluloid Dreams hooked me up and sent that new release. This one right here. So,
hell yeah.
Case of the Bloody Iris. So, we got to do a review on that real soon.
Very cool.
Yeah. It's pretty damn awesome. I was just going to show this off right quick before we got out of here. That's the mouse pad. Comes with it. And then we got these dang huge ass lobby cards.
Those are so big.
Yeah. So they went all out, man, on this release. So we're looking forward to doing that review real soon, and got that coming up. So that's cool. But hold on, we got some more people in here. Let's see. We got Darren. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we got Darren in here. What's up, guys? What's going on, man?
So Darren.
Let's see. Yeah, let's see. I missed a bunch. Let's see. Wait, no, I didn't. Fat Pig the Conqueror says my vinegar order is coming tomorrow. Wasn't expecting it to arrive so quick. Yeah, I mean,
that's another one we got to film too.
I haven't even got my shipping notification yet.
The size of this fucking box, man.
Oh shit! Damn.
That's our vinegar box.
Damn. Holy shit.
So.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't got a notification yet. I know people are. I usually get my shit later from vinegar.
I was surprised. Last year I didn't get it this fast.
Yeah. Fat Pig says, "You guys going live on Sunday?" Yep. On Sunday.
I think they're up in their game as far as shipping speed goes with vinegar.
Well, hopefully I get it. I haven't got a notification. And
They'll probably get it soon.
Yeah. Let's see. Chris says I got some stuff from VS as well. Hell yeah. Great stream, gents. Take care. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Chris.
And let's see. Hell yeah, Brian, good stuff. And Coco too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Just got Devil's Honey yesterday too. Okay.
Nice.
Got that 4K. Yeah, we just covered that on Eurocult.
Mine's still held up because of the Kathy's Curse box, I guess. I got that bundle.
Chris says that might be the release of the year. He might. I guess he's talking about Case of the Bloody Irish.
Oh yeah.
Nice big box of goodies there, Brian. Yeah.
Yep.
I like the Devil's Honey a lot. It was my 5th all-time Fulci. Okay. Cool. But yeah, man, I guess we'll get out of here once again. I know I've said it all, but yeah, just things started coming to my mind before we get out. But everybody have a good rest of your weekend, and you know, I don't know, I can't think of nothing, but I'll play this shit anyway. So y'all take care.
See you guys.
Oh, no.